Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Bandai Tamashii Nations action figure review on the DX Soul of Chogokin Mechagodzilla figure. And I gotta say, holy crap, thank you Big Bad Toy Store and Bandai Tamashii Nations for sending out this early sample to review for you guys. All opinions in this video are of my own. I have not been asked to say one thing or another about this figure. This looks awesome. I actually just rewatched the 1974 Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla movie, which was a lot of fun. I really love the fight scenes in that more than anything else. This is looking very, very cool already, and I think this is my first Soul of Chogokin figure, if I'm saying that properly. But man, look at the packaging over here. Very, very cool, and I can already see that they've already loaded this figure up with all kinds of crazy paint detail. It's got all kinds of heat staining throughout, and it looks like they've added that here with all these light features as well. So I am excited about this one. There's nothing really on the top right here. It just says DX Soul of Chogokin right there. Mechagodzilla, not much more at the bottom. So let's get to it and crack this thing open. And if you're trying to get your Bandai Tamashii Nations, you can do so.
Big, big, big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here's Mechagodzilla out of the packaging, and this thing looks amazing. Holy crap. Definitely the high point for this figure is the paint applications and the lights and sounds. Like, for me, those are quite amazing on this figure. However, low points, articulation, we'll get into that. There is a delicacy factor over here, which we're gonna discuss. But first, let's get a closer look at the accessories, and then we'll take a closer look at the figure. So we don't get a lot with this figure. You do have his flying mode interchangeable parts, which we are going to take a closer look at later on, and I'll demonstrate how to swap these pieces. But we get the docking station right over here, which works nicely. You can go ahead and put Mechagodzilla right on the docking station. Looks really badass, and it does what it's supposed to do. Whoop, I hit a button. We're going to get into all the buttons in a minute, but yeah, you can see it's two separate pieces. That connects right over here, and you can see how these pegs are just going into the bottom of this larger base right there. That did not sound nice, but yeah, just port that right back in. Boom, there, and I'll probably leave it like that forever now. Then you have this clear stand to help support the tail, and yeah, I do like this bright silver paint. You can see my thumbprints throughout over here, especially because it's cold in the garage right now. It's not made out of metal, it's made out of plastic. But anyway, I like the nice bright silver paint. So this thing looks amazing. I love the paint apps on this. So freaking cool with the translucent pieces over here too. And the heat staining paint is just remarkably realistic, man. I just love how this came out. They did a fantastic job with it. I'm going to go over the articulation as we look at it more closely, because there's not a lot of articulation on this figure, and you want to be very careful to not scuff it while you're articulating it. I did give it some minor scuffs. The directions do warn you about it, but it's like you have to be very precise the way you move this figure around. And we'll go over the light up features in a bit, because these eyes do light up as you saw earlier. You have the jaw articulation, and the head will rotate a full 360 over here. And as I said before, I could go ahead and show off the flying head right here, which does not have jaw articulation, but it looks just as good as the other one. And the light, it'll go off for like one of them. It seems like it could turn orange, but damn, this looks really good too. It looks good throughout. You're going to hear me say that over and over again. Whoop, I hit a button. You can see the light coming out of the top of it right over there. You can see the light. Well, we jumped into it. There's the lights. I did notice there's like one tiny little clump of paint right over there on the very tip of the nose. That's just a little bit irksome. A little minor paint flaw. Actually, the only little minor paint flaw that came with the figure. Looking at the neck over here. Oh, dude. This is awesome. And earlier I did have some blue tinted lights, and right now I don't. And you can see how that blue paint looks throughout on all these fins over here. Really like it a lot, man. This is very cool. And then it says you could hold this button. Yeah, I guess it's this button right over here. And you could just remove the tail like that, which also on its own looks very nice. There's nothing to port in here. No effects parts came with this or anything, so that's a little bit of a bummer. I wish it did come with some lightning bolts or those crazy looking rainbow beams, but you can see how that just ports on there just fine. And yeah, that looks sweet for flying mode, so I really do like that a lot. That's very cool. And you do have to get your own 2 AA batteries. So I had to unscrew this and then just pop on 2 AA batteries and you're good to go. Yeah, man, these heat stains throughout are just incredible. The silver paint looks great throughout. And it is heavy. This thing weighs over 2 pounds, dude. It's hella heavy. So much metal in this thing. So metal. Anyway, you do have a button right here. I think it's this big middle fin that'll make this pop open. Yep, there it goes. And sometimes the light goes off, sometimes it doesn't. I'm trying to find the button that does make the light go off. But anyway, it does look very cool. I do like this a lot. Damn. Yeah, the heat staining. The heat staining! Just looks so badass, man. You can see right over here, this is where I got a little bit of scuffage, the tiniest bit of scuffage in the armpit right there. You can see that just a little bit, so be very, very mindful of that. You can move the arms out just a little bit. You can move them in that much, but that's where I get the scuffage the most is when I bring the arms in. So you really want to be very careful as you move this figure around. You could rotate over here up at the shoulder as well. I could feel the cold metal on this thing on the arms too. Like I said, this thing weighs over 2 pounds. It has bicep swivel in there. You have a little bit of elbow articulation. Looks like it's a soft rubbery material on the inside of that joint. And it will not rotate over there. Then you have this spring-loaded action with the wrists, and hit this button and it should flip the wrist around. Oh, I already flipped it around. My bad. Duh. Oops, that's right. This is when he's in neutral position, and then when he's firing, you hit the button. Boom. Start shooting all these missiles out of the fingertips. He shoots missiles and lasers out of everything, dude. It's crazy. Anyway, there's looking at the Mechagodzilla toes. Again, the heat staining paint throughout on this thing is just amazing. Then I watched Terror of Godzilla, or Terror of Mechagodzilla afterwards. You get waist articulation right here. Doesn't go all the way around, but you can turn it side to side that much. As far as bending the legs around, again, I just want to be super careful with this. The directions tell you to be super careful with it, so it's not really meant to be posed around a whole ton. But it feels like there's a ball joint in there. You get this upper thigh swiveling right here. The knee pad will shift around for you. You can move the knees that much, and it does not rotate at the knee. The ankle's on a ball joint, so it rotates side to side. It actually has a decent amount of ankle pivot over there, which makes me happy. And you can move the toes downward. Just looking at the underside of Mechagodzilla over here. Not as much heat staining. Would have been nice. They're missing one stain down there. Hey, it's called the ShartimusPrime YouTube channel. Give it the right place if you like butt jokes. Anyway, looking at the back of it, though, again, oh my god, this looks just amazing, dude. This is freaking hella heavy, too. Nice deco, or this is actually sculpted on here. And the deco for it looks really good as well. So yeah, this thing looks amazing. God damn, this is so cool to look at. It is a visual delight. So I got fooled by an AI image yesterday, and I'm just astounded how my Google machine is able to translate the directions over here. Holy crap. Unfortunately, it doesn't give you a lot of insight on what the buttons do as far as like the colors go. It just tells you what the different sounds represent. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead here and hit all the buttons just so you could hear everything. We get the music right there. Very cool. And then there's the lasers. I guess that was the Mechagodzilla roar. Which is powered by aliens, by the way. These are aliens running this mech, not humans. Finger missile sound. Alright. The middle one is the latch. We already looked at that already. And then this is the Defense Neo Parry sound. And you could hit it again to make it stop. This is the flying sound. And that's the power switch. Okay, and that turns them on and off. I guess that's it. I think I got them all. And what I wanted to also do was to move on back up to the face, shut the lights off, and let's just go through these buttons again just to see the different colors. I'm just going to run through them all. Oh, that's the music again. Oh, yeah, very cool. I like that one a lot. That's badass. Oh, that's the off button. Oh, I just powered on. Oh, cool. I like that a lot too. Damn. And then what about that middle button in that freaking... There it goes! Yeah! Alright, I was hoping to show that off at some point. Damn. But when I hit it again, it won't... Oh, there it goes. It's lighting up on me. I guess maybe it's kind of a dim light, so it's hard for me to tell when it's actually on. Oh, that's so cool. I thought he shot lasers out of his knees, too. Oh, and as you move these, it also kind of shifts up and down a little bit. You hear that click sound? I have that arm out, and it kind of shifts up some, so you get that range of movement in there, too. Now, to measure out the height of this Mechagodzilla, you can see that it is standing at about 11 inches tall. And from nose to tail, I'm looking at about 7 to 8 inches across. Then I want to measure it in flying mode also. You get these two little holes right here that you want to make sure are lined up properly, by the way. So take your time with this, be careful. This thing is heavy, but I gotta put him down. And by the way, I really wish we had a stand for this. If there's a way to get him up in the air, that would have been really, really cool. But anyway, to measure out nose to tail in flight mode, he's about 12.5 inches all the way across. So I don't have a lot of size comparisons for you guys today. I don't have a whole ton of older Godzilla figures in the collection, but I did want to show off this SH Monster Arts Mechagodzilla 2 figure next to this Mechagodzilla. It would be nice to have this in this scale too. That would be nice. Big thanks to Marcos, by the way. Is it Marcos? Oh god, it was so long ago. Here's the Mechagodzilla next to a couple of Mechagodzillas. We have, I think this is the 1954 version. I can't remember, and I think this is a 90s one. So I don't have a 70s Godzilla to compare to, but now I want a 70s Godzilla that's about this height to fight against this guy. Then I had to bust out the Marvel mech. This is the Comic Cave Studios Hulkbuster Iron Man. This was priced at around $400, if I remember correctly. Could have been more than that. And I do think the price point is comparable to this Mechagodzilla when I look at these two side by side like this. This one definitely should cost less than this one. They're both made with a lot of die cast that are both very heavy. And then just to go ahead and entertain all the comments that are like, oh, $300, it better do my taxes. You know, I wanted to compare this to a $120 figure. This is the Playmates Voltron re-release figure, which I got on my birthday, and holy crap, yeah, this thing is amazing. Way cheaper. It has lights and sounds too, but it's not made of die cast. It's like, I don't know, a quarter of the weight of this thing over here, and it's twice as tall. But I just figured it'd be good to show off this comparison right over here. There are cheaper robot figures out there to get, of course, yes. Then here's the DX Solo Chogokin Mechagodzilla. Next to your average 6-inch scale figure, we have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Whoa, you look really cool and shiny. I'm sure you're a great hugger, right? Can I have a... So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I certainly appreciate you guys watching. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button, and if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more content on the way. And if you're interested in the channel perks, go ahead and hit that join button. It has been a long time since I've reviewed some Godzilla products. I've actually been almost up to date fully with the Godzilla movies from the US. Then was it Godzilla -1? That was incredible. So yeah, still love my Godzilla, just haven't talked about it on the channel a lot, and I'm lucky to get this sample over here to go over with you guys, and damn, yes, I didn't pay for it. It's a $360 figure. So one would assume that I would just sing its praises and just say, hey, everybody should buy this. I got it for free. You should pay for it. No, I'm not going to say that. This is catered to a specific audience. I really think that this is for people that grew up seeing these movies, specifically Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, 1974 film. I can imagine, like, if you're in your early 20s when that came out, and now you got some extra retirement money sitting around and you want to blow it on a collectible, this is the way to do it with this particular figure over here. If you're a huge fan, like, this is really for the Mechagodzilla fans more than anything else, because you're paying a hefty price. And it's also very, very cool. Like, I just sang its praises for the last 10 minutes or whatever, how long this video is. It is incredible. My biggest gripes, really, are the fact that it doesn't have a flight stand for his flying mode. I feel like for the price point, it should come with a stand that can support its weight so that you can get him up in the air. That would have been really awesome. Also, I don't know if it would have broken the bank for them to include some accessory effects to add to the fingers and to the body and face and everything so that you could actually, you know, have some lightning bolts shooting out of the figure. But lights and sounds are very cool. But for me, more than anything, it's the paint apps on this thing are just astounding. I really love the way this looks. So, at the price point around 360 bucks, it's an import figure. Oh man, a lot of money. I'm gonna give this Mechagodzilla a SUD rating of...
I love it!
And I'd like to know what you guys think. So let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see the latest in action figure news, well, you can find it all over at toynewseye.com. And if you want to stay in touch with me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and on whatnot. And I will catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another SH Monster Arts. This is a very special looking figure. This is the Bandai Tamashii... Ah, damn it. Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't. Your face.